relaxyourears.com. And that's what I feel like a lot of my stuff does for me, and I've heard from lots of other people that it does for them. It relaxes them. And you know, for me, when I compose and when I play, I'm really able to zone out and kind of, I find myself in a different environment. And a lot of people have told me that, you know, it affects them the same way. It's just really a reflection of me. I mean, what I play on the guitar is, I've realized, is more me than anything I've really ever done, which is pretty cool, because, you know, although I love drums and I have a passion for drums and percussion, I've realized, you know, and really because of a lot of this stuff with my ears, you know, it's kind of forced me to figure out some different lower volume things and some different ways of dealing with this. My passion for playing guitar and composing is just as strong as it was for drums, if not even more. I kind of had sensitive ears to begin with, and for some reason I decided I wanted to be a drummer. I was always tapping my hands and feet, but it's interesting because the 4th of July was always like my worst nightmare because all the noise, but for some reason I wanted to play the drums, so I did, and so years and years of that without earplugs all through junior high school, and then even into college. You know, I was playing in huge percussion ensembles and orchestras and jazz big bands with loud brass, and all just kind of, I guess, took its toll. And then teaching a lot in small rooms. I have the teaching thing worked out pretty good now because we're using electronic kits, so, you know, I'm not in a small room with real drums anymore. And typically the student will either wear headphones or we have it coming out of a small amp, real soft. Well, why don't I maybe mention kind of how it all started. Well, I guess it started when I was really young. I had a dozen or so ear infections all in a row, and had to get tubes put in and had some damage from all that. That kind of started it off, I guess. So kind of all these different factors over years and years kind of came together. And then I basically just woke up one morning and had this horrible loud ringing in my ears, and they were really sensitive. So then I sought treatment through a couple different audiologists, and started a treatment called Neuromonics. The idea is to retrain the brain to ignore that nerve activity, the ringing, and hopefully kind of reset my auditory system and kind of desensitize my system and kind of retrain my brain to ignore the ringing. It was really the first composition, on guitar that I composed after my ear problems started. And initially, the pitch of the ringing was A sharp, hence the title. And it was, just one of my ways of initially dealing with the problems. Just, using the guitar as an outlet and writing. And it's interesting because, at first, the first several months, even acoustic guitar would bother my ears. And so I do know that, stuff's getting better, but it's just real slow. No pyrotechnics, no loud noises, explosions, or fire, but there's going to be a video artist. We're planning on having a big screen set up. He's going to be improvising different visual aspects to what we play. And I'm going to be starting off with a set of my original guitar music with a cellist, with Katinka Klein from the CSO. Also going to have a friend join me on an accordion, on a tune, and vocals. Then I'm going to finish off with a set of jazz music with some special guests. But in between, I've invited Sensophonics, which is a company here in Chicago who makes custom molded earplugs and in-ear monitors. And I've invited them to come out and speak about hearing conservation. Also, you can win a free guitar. Guitar Center has donated a nice acoustic guitar. It's going to be auctioned off. So it's a lot of different things. It's in a nice concert hall at the Old Town in Armitage. Yeah, I think it's just going to be a nice night of music and